My name is Bella and I'm 8 years old and the creator of the More Than Peach project. I have a little story behind the name. So I was in 3rd grade, my friend, let's just call him Bob, he asked if anyone had a skin color crayon. And I kind of knew what he was referring to because we kind of named the peach crayon the skin color crayon. So I kind of just handed it over. And so later that day I went to my mom and I asked her, you know what my classmates are referring to when they're asking for the skin color crayon? And she was like, no, what is it? I was like, well, it's a peach crayon. So she said, well, our skin color is brown, so how about you hand them the brown crayon next time? And I said, no. Instead, I'm going to ask her which one, because it could be a number of any beautiful colors.
Bellen Woodard isn't 10 years old just yet, but she's already pushing for change that she'd like to see.
Yeah, Bellen is the creator behind the More Than Peach project, not only hoping to spread her message across the state of Virginia, but ultimately the world. Now joining us now is Bellen and her mother, Tosha. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
So tell us, how does it feel to know you sparked so much change at such a very young age?
It feels really good because it feels like I'm inspiring other people to kind of have conversations with their moms and to maybe not say skin color crayon is peach anymore. And just doing that just makes everyone kind of know now that there's more than one skin color.
Oh, I love that. What all does the More Than Peach project do?
Well, so we kind of make sure that people are not feeling disincluded based on, let's say, their skin color, because people are calling one skin color the skin color crayon. And it just makes sure everyone is included and everyone knows that they're special in their own way. How I'm doing that is, so I'm giving multicultural crayons to students and I'm giving them to the middle schools, and I'm also trying to add them to the school supply list in Loudoun County to make sure that everyone has like the multicultural crayon and colored pencils, and they have different choices of skin color crayon.
No, that's great.
Now, Tasha, what has this experience been like for you?
So, you know, I think the start of it with the conversation, right? You know, there are so many things that we are already doing in order to just day to day, in order to make sure that Bellen and our children are a part, you know, that they're truly taking ownership of their environments. And so, but for Bellen to come home and to have that conversation with me, and to sort of, you know, I mean, to even enlighten me to make sure that not only are we considering Bellen and the plight of our own children, but to make sure that this is a message that everyone can take ownership of and be a part of, just really inspires me in a way to just further to support her in every way that we possibly can.
And tell us a little bit about the Bellen bill that just recently passed in the Virginia General Assembly.
So we were really delighted by that. That bill was supported by, and I don't want to mispronounce the name, but there were 3 delegates in the Virginia General Assembly who supported the bill, and they wanted to because of the conversation because of the ability of Bellen to change the conversation in her classroom. And I think that's really sort of what has inspired and motivated her even the most, was because of that conversation and because of her being willing to say, you know, which color do you want? Because it can be any number of beautiful colors. It actually, that one act encouraged the conversation in her classroom to change from that moment forward. And so eventually, by the time it was sort of all said and done in that classroom, there wasn't one crayon that was considered the skin color. And the children and her peers in her classroom understood that. And so that was what sort of inspired her to do that on a much more grander scale. And because of that ability to change, or because of her ability to change the course of the conversation, the General Assembly recognized that and wanted to commend her on her leadership and her foresight in starting that movement.
Now, your palette packet has also been collected by the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. Now, what does it feel like to know that you're a part of Black history?
It feels like it's surprising, because when I first started this project, I didn't think it was going to be a big project at all. I thought it was just going to be a drive in my school and that's it. And now that my palette package is in the museum, now when I'm older or when I'm not doing More Than Peach anymore, when I'm older, or as time goes by, then even other people can also can know that there's not one skin color, and then when other people are in elementary school, they can know not to say skin color crayon anymore.
No, I love that. I wish I had something like that when I was younger, because it always was the peach crayon that was supposed to be the skin color crayon. And
exactly.
It was either peach or you just had the brown crayon.
And
that they would
sometimes the brown was just too dark.
Exactly, for some, because we come in all different shades.
Exactly.
So how can people donate to your project?
Well, so my website is www.morethanpeach.com. It tells you where you can email me and you can make a donation. And you can also, at my website, it also tells you where you can get my palette packets. So on my website, it tells you almost everything you need to know. So really just ask the website.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us and telling your story. Bellen, you're doing an awesome job. Keep it up.
Can I?
Can I?
Yes.
Is there... So I wanted to also say that that Bellen is now a 501c3. She's her own nonprofit, and so she really is extending this message on a global scale, and wanting to. And then as of June, she will actually have her own brand of exclusive More Than Peach crayon, multicultural crayons to share with her peers. And the proceeds from her project and from her organization go back to directly support and impact programs that are designed to enhance the leadership and empathy of students across the board everywhere.
Oh, that's so great. I wish I was doing this
exactly
by the time I was 10 years old. That's so awesome. I'm inspired right now.
And as an adult, I'm excited about this, having the option to choose any type of crayon to represent my skin complexion and your skin complexion.
And I feel like when I have children one day, this is going to make such a big impact even for them.
Definitely.
So I think this is so great.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us your time and for having us on your show. We love you guys, and great job.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.